What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Elite here, and today we're back with another How to Master, a series dedicated to the newcomers of Rainbow Six Siege. Today on this episode, we're going to be talking about how to play Mute. But we decided to go with Chalet, and it's a pretty good site to pick Mute on some cases. Some. So we're in the basement cellar area, and today and there's one good spot where you can always choose Mute. So, what Mute does is that he has this special Mute Jammer, which was about the only thing that could stop drones from going anywhere before Mozzie came around. So, and bandit charges, of course. So, we're gonna reinforce this, for example. So obviously Mute is a very straightforward operator. He can jam up drones, and people he's not too difficult of an operator. He has access to the MP5K, the SMG11 for the secondary, and the P226. He also has the M95 a shotgun. So, and he also has C4, and I do think it's a bulletproof camera. I'm not so sure. Might be a barricade. I'm not so sure. But this is how I usually play Mute with the MP5K, Black Ice, and the SMG11 since he has it. So basically with what you want to do with Mute, deny access. Basically, he has plenty of counters. Obviously, you can shoot it if you have a line of sight. Thatcher, Kali even, maybe an IQ if you go above and shoot from the floor if it's destructible, and grenades too. Anything destructible, but a Thatcher is the best way to neutralize a Mute Jammer without having to throw a grenade under here. So yeah, the Mute Jammer has a radius of three reinforced walls. So I do believe that's one wall. Oh, huh. Oops. So it does have a radius of 3 walls. That's what a lot of people don't know, is because if you place it all the way in the middle, you will be able to get 1, 2, and 3. That might be just 2, I'm not so sure. But if you look at the radius, it's really large. So you can get up to 3 walls. Let's see, what else is another 3 wall that I can get? Up here in the kitchen. No, that's probably 1. No, it's just 1 wall. But yeah, but if you place it here, all the way down in the middle, you will be able to get 3 walls. That's what a lot of people don't know, is because people think that Mute can only jam up to 2 walls. But at a time, you can jam up to 3. You just gotta place it all the way in the middle. That's what a lot of people don't know about Mute. One mistake that I do see with Mute is that people place them in the most obvious spots, and you don't want that. For example, I see a lot of people placing their Mute Jammers here, especially in drone holes. Now, I don't know if it's gonna block the vent completely, but the reason why it's bad is because someone can shoot it if they're prone, or a Twitch can get it with their taser. Always place it at the corner. The radius is big enough to block off the entire Mute Jammer. So yeah, now they won't be able to get it. Now all they have to do is throw a grenade, waste their utility on something. You can also place it at doors, stairs, any choke point that you know where drones are going to come from. So, for example, let's say you're playing on this site. Obviously, the 3 points of entry that you want to deny are drone holes, at least on this side. That one right there, stairs, and the 4th one you can just place at any other drone hole if you want. But yeah, just place them down at choke points where you know drones are gonna come from, so that way they won't be able to spot you or get eyes on the bomb site. So yeah, just do that immediately. Don't reinforce first, although I did that on this guide, but bad example. One other trick that you can do, and this was used a long time ago, but no one does that anymore because of Kaid, is that you can actually jam up hatches. Now I don't know if that's enough to jam up this hatch if there's no Kaid, but but if you're at a high enough elevation, it should be able to jam up any breaching device. So Mute has access to 4 of these gadgets. They can be destroyed very easily. Let's say you don't have a bandit or a Kaid. Generally, after you're done placing your Mute jammers at choke points such as stairs and doors, reposition them at important walls such as this one. Or you can place it all the way down there. Or you can keep your drone still at stairs, so that way there will be no drones. I think that's pretty much it, actually, about Mute. He's just a solid operator, you know? He can jam up drones, breaching charges, fuse charges, anything electrical, anything that runs on a battery, it'll jam it up. It can also jam up IQ scanner, I think. I do think so. Lion's EE1D device. What else am I missing? But yeah, but it won't stop Thatcher. Thatcher is a direct counter to Mute though. But Mute, he can pretty much disable pretty much anything. About like 75% of the operators that have breaching devices and anything electrical and such. You can use Mute in tandem with other operators, such as a Mira. Usually on this side, there's going to be a rotation hole. Don't use C4 to make rotation holes, by the way. Don't do that. Usually there's going to be a Mira here, reinforced. You can also place a Mute jammer here. So just in case if they breach the main wall, they breach that wall, and they have a Habana, they can get the Habana to take out the Mira, but it's not going to do anything if there's a Mute jammer here, or a bandit. What else can Mute work with? Mute can also work with Mozzie as well. Since Mute's role is pretty much intel denying. So let's say you have a Mute jammer here at stairs, right? Let's take this out. Let's place it at stairs. And let's say a drone gets caught in the jammer, and you have a Mozzie. So if you tell your Mozzie like, hey, there's a drone here, I'm ping, you can come get it and take their drone. That will be a huge advantage for your guys and a huge disadvantage for the enemy team. So you can work well with Mozzie, Mira, you know. But his main job is pretty much entry denial and intel denial. So you can do just that. One big buff that I think will prove well for me, because I do think he's underrated. I don't see much of him in ranked play anymore, is if he can deny plants. So since the diffuser is pretty much a small computer, let's say place your jammer. This is a really common diffuse spot. Let's say if no one if no one gets out this jammer, right? No one takes it out. You're gonna plant on this spot. I think one big buff that would really make me a bit better is if he can deny plants. Would that make him OP? Probably. But then again, you can always just shoot it, take it out with an EMP. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be destroyed anyways. But I think it'll be a really solid buff anyways. So but yeah, that's what I think that should be given to a buff. Does he need a nerf? Probably not. He's straightforward, really balanced. His Mute jammer radius is pretty balanced as well. The way you can tell that you're close to a Mute jammer is if you can hear the sound. If you hear that sound, you're most likely near a Mute jammer, or if you're on your drone, your screen will start to glitch out, and then if you're really close to it, say like right here, you're gonna black out and you no longer have access to your drone, which means you lost your drone. He can be more of a roamer than he is an anchor. Because all he does is just place down his jammers, and you know, after that he's done his job, unless they're not destroyed. So he can be used as a roamer, if anything. When you get the points for the mute jammers, you can use that as information, because it will tell you on the side whether or not if you disabled X-Kairos, drones, or thermite charges, all that sort of stuff. Even in E11D2. Now, the special thing about mute, is I almost forgot this, is that he recently got a buff, like, what, 2 seasons ago? So let's say the Vidokabi are a lion, right? And if you're almost in trouble, and you need to find a way to avoid that. So, let's say you're in a mute jammer, right? If you're in a mute jammer and they have a Vidokabi and a lion, they're useless against you. Why? Because on the bottom left, right next to your health bar, there is an icon that indicates whether or not you are in your mute jammer radius. So this works for all defending operators, and what this will do is say, let's say Lion gets out in E1D. He sends one out, and the drone goes out. But the thing is, you can still move without getting detected as long as you're still in the radius. I think it's about a 2 meter radius, 3, so 6 meter diameter. If you know your math and circles. For another example, if Dokubi tries to call you, as long as you're in the mute jammer, your phone won't ring up. But if you're outside, then you're vulnerable to Dokubi calls and lion charges. So keep that in mind. He's pretty good against you know, lions and Dokubis, as far as I know. I think maybe a jackal. I'm not so sure. Yes, mute can also jam up jackal's Inox. So it's pretty useful too, as long as you put it in a corner, not in front of drone holes. Number one mistake I see with new mute players, and I'm kind of guilty of doing this too. That, let's say you have mute jammer, right? I don't know why I picked that up when I have 3 more in my inventory. So let's say you have a mute jammer, right? We also have a bandit. Bandit is a more better operator in terms of entry denial than mute. He's more proactive against bandit tricking. You can mute trick if you're good enough. It just takes it takes like what, 3 seconds, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just 3 seconds. So yeah, but if you place a bandit charge on this wall, it's most likely going to electrify the mute jammer, which is going to cost the bandit negative 10 points. It's more of a meme, really, you know, but I wouldn't really suggest it. So mute's a good backup option if you don't have a bandit, or hell, even maybe a Kaid, even if you can somehow jam up the hatches. So yeah, what else am I missing? I should know this. But yeah. Well, I guess the only other buff is the SMG-11, which mute now has instead of Thatcher, which is kind of bad. People would think that you're crazy nowadays for using the P226 instead of the SMG-11. I think I handled the SMG-11 pretty good. Tap fire. And let's see. Can I control recoil with this? Barely. Almost. Kind of like that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for my guide on how to master mute. Now, if you guys have anything else to share with me, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what I got wrong or right. But that's my guide on how to master mute for newcomers of Siege. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, tell me your thoughts. And if you guys want to see more, just stick around. Alright? And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.